Everyone around you seems to be constantly going somewhere. Brunches, networking events, birthday parties, weekends packed to the absolute brim with plans. And you got invited. You always get invited. But when Sunday morning comes, and you're still in your pyjamas with a warm cup of tea, the house completely quiet. Something inside your body relaxes in a way it never does out there. You look at the rain tapping against the window, and you don't feel a single pang of FOMO. You don't feel like you're missing out on life. You feel like you are exactly where you're supposed to be. But at some point, someone made you feel like that was a problem. Someone made you feel like your comfort was a flaw. There is a whole category of people who genuinely, deeply prefer being home. Not because they are depressed, not because they are afraid of the world, and certainly not because something is wrong with them, but because home is the only place where they finally get to stop performing. Out there in the real world, there's always something to manage. Your brain is constantly running background programs. How am I coming across? What do they think of me? Is the energy in this room okay? Did I say the right thing? When you're an observant person, the outside world is an endless stream of data to process. But at home, none of that exists. You can just be fully, quietly, and completely yourself. For people who spend a massive amount of emotional energy navigating the world, that kind of stillness isn't laziness, it is survival. Beneath the surface of this preference lies a profound psychological reality. It isn't just a lifestyle choice, it is a neurological necessity. There are three primary reasons why your mind craves the sanctuary of home. First, the highly reactive nervous system. Psychological research shows that highly sensitive individuals process environmental stimulation much more intensely. Noise, bright lights, social hierarchies, and unpredictability don't just register in your mind, they register in your body. What feels like a fun, low-stakes evening out to someone else functions as a high-intensity sensory assault on your nervous system. Home is the only place where your brain finally gets the signal to switch from hypervigilance into the rest and digest state. Second, the creation of the unmade refuge. For many of us, this need goes even deeper than biological sensitivity. If you grew up in an environment that felt unpredictable or emotionally unsafe, where home wasn't a refuge, but a place where you had to walk on eggshells to avoid landmines, your nervous system spent years searching for a place to collapse safely. Somewhere along the way, as an adult, you built that place. You designed your current home to be everything your childhood home never was. Safe, predictable, calm, yours. Choosing to stay there isn't avoidance. It is an active act of healing. Third, the preserving of the inner self. When you're at home, you're not a worker, a friend, a partner, or a citizen. You're stripped of all roles. For deep thinkers, this unstructured time is where their true identity lives. Without the noise of other people's expectations, you finally have the space to process your own thoughts, your own emotions, and your own creativity. So, what does it really mean when home is always the place you long to be? For most, it means you possess a rare level of self-awareness. You know exactly what you need to recharge, and you refuse to perform contentment just to please a society that glorifies constant busyness. In a world that screamingly commands you to do more, go more, and be more, choosing stillness is quietly radical. But because we promise to go deep on this channel, it is also worth sitting with a gentle, honest question. Is staying home a conscious choice that genuinely restores your spirit? Or has it slowly, imperceptibly, become a way to avoid the discomfort of being seen? Because there is a very fine psychological line between loving solitude and hiding in it, between a home that functions as a sanctuary to rebuild your strength and a home that has become a fortress to disappear from life. Both choices look exactly the same from the outside, but only you know which one it really is. If that question just landed somewhere real inside you today, consider subscribing. Every week we go one layer deeper into the quiet patterns that shaped who we are. But here is what we want you to hear most clearly. Loving your home is not a psychological flaw. It is nothing you ever need to apologise for or explain away to people who don't understand the depth of your battery. The world will keep telling you that a full life must look like a full calendar. It will try to convince you that rest is something you must earn, and that staying in is the equivalent of settling. But some of the most deeply alive, vibrant people on this planet are the ones sitting quietly in their own space right now, reading, thinking, creating, feeling. They're doing the heavy, beautiful inner work that most people never get around to, simply because they are always somewhere else, running away from their own silence. Your home is not where life passes you by. For you, home is exactly where life happens. Not everyone needs to be everywhere. Some of us just need to be home. Next week we go even deeper. We'll see you there.